Welcome to another episode of Sessions 360. Today we have a very exciting show because we will be showing you guys the best practices of what to look for and how to add images to your HTML and WordPress site. Here we go right into best practices. Great web images are so important because they really make your website shine and provide a level of professionalism to your consumer. So let's look at some previous clients' websites and talk a bit about the different types of images. On the web, there are two different types of images. They are your landscape, which is these images right here, and your portrait. And what the difference between these images are is that when you're looking at landscape, they're more wide than high usually. And portrait are usually more high than wide. Why is this important? Because when you're looking for images, if you get if you use a landscape when you're supposed to be using a portrait, it's going to come out horrible, and your viewers are definitely going to see that. So when looking at different types of images on the site, your focal point, which is where the kind of the weight of your images, where the eye, you want the eye to go, majority of the time is in the center. And having images that have a focal point within the center mean the difference between a professional photo and a non-professional photo. You can see here they had to put the logo and they had to move the text here so the photos are even on both sides. And that's where you want to be. You want to be symmetrical, or you want to have your focal point within the center of your image. So, how do you get your images ready for the web? Well, let's look at the blog for a second. Now, these images right here are 400 high by 800 wide. Now you need to know this because if you put in any other images, the images would get compressed and rearranged by WordPress in order to fit the container properly. So the interesting part about the website and what we're going to be doing today is that this part of my website is in WordPress, and this part of our website is in HTML. And so we're going to show you how we change the image for both. So let's look at how we would get Silicon Valley's humble beginnings and how we get them to the right size. So in Photoshop, you could either open up a new file, and over here you have width and height. A majority of the web is going to use default settings. So let's do 800 width by 400 wide. And there you have it. So to give you an example, let's go to let's do date modified. Let's do an 800 by 554. Now that is not right, and you can see that if we just uploaded it to the website, it would probably look like this, and we don't want that. So if you don't see these transform controls, it's Command or Control T, and you slowly move your image to the center. But you have this problem with this text. So move it down, and this would be the best way you could do within those dimensions that you have. Export, save for web, and you say, let's just save into downloads. Test 1. Okay, let's show you this again. So let's go to downloads. What if you're trying to get this kitchen picture of a nice, beautiful apartment ready for the web? All you need to do is this, and then remember, we need to get the focal point. Here's another thing. If you're like, okay, I want to replace this icon on the web. So a really cool thing that every browser has is that they have inspect element. Now this is for the more advanced users, but if you follow along, it's a fairly easy process. I think anyone could do it. So now we know that that is the image. It's right there. It's called startup.png. So if you copy this, now you actually have the image. And you could save it. We'll save it in downloads. And instead of making the dimensions before, you just drag and drop onto the Photoshop icon, and voila, your entire image now is good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just to show you how you would then upload it to the site. I am going to draw a green check mark. Anyways, fine. So let's export. Now I want to export as a PNG because PNGs are only used for transparency and JPEGs are used for bitmaps, which are images based, like the slider that we showed you earlier. Most of the images that I did show you earlier were non-transparent JPEGs. Okay, so let's go. And so if you see that it's in the image, it's in the image directory. And we're in the image directory in our backend and through our FTP. Now I don't want to delete this, so I am going to rewrite it as _1. And now I'm going to pull my startup on the server. And you got to make sure that the name is the same, because if the name is not the same, then it won't change the image. But let's reload the home page. Sometimes the website gets cached, so we'll throw this into another browser. And so that's how you change images and prep them to get them ready for your HTML site. Now let's go into WordPress, and I want to look for an image. So let's go to Google. A good way to look for images. Let's go to Google Images. Let's look at Adobe. And what is a really cool tool here is called usage rights. So you want to know if you're able to use this online. You want to be able for label for reuse with modification. So just look at Adobe stuff. So there's the Adobe building. Let's save image. And we want it for our website, so we already have that one opened. That's this. This is the website. So I'm going to fill that in, and I'm going to edit it so it looks the best possible way for the web. Now there's another thing. Usually if you have light background, you need dark text, and if you have a dark background, you need light text. But what you could do is you could create a dark overlay and put it over your image like so. Now if you need to rearrange anything, remember Command T, enter, and then you change the opacity. We want a little bit more. Okay, that's good for our image. So this video is about to go up. I might use this background, I might not, but let me show you how you add it into your site. So you save for web. So now the other one was a PNG. However, this one is a JPEG because it has no transparency involved in it. And you can see here it's perfect width and height for the website. So let's go Adobe, and we will go to and let's go to post. I'm going to add new posts. Sessions 360. How to add images to an HTML or WordPress site. And all that jazz, but let's just import our image, the new Adobe one, ready for the website. Set featured image, and let's publish so you can see it. And there you have it, folks. That's how you prep images for the web. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned to other videos and tips on our blog at codemedia360.com/blog, and follow us on social media at codemedia360.